We just saw a really exciting game 1 between GanZi and Axslav on Daybreak. I really enjoyed that game. I love how Axslav played it. And yeah, I cannot emphasize enough on how easy sometimes things look when you look at StarCraft.
Yeah.
But the moment you start playing those threats that these guys do, you just feel so immobile. You feel so vulnerable.
Wow. I can't emphasize enough how that did not look easy.
Okay.
But please continue your thought.
No, I just want to like go out with a cool metaphor.
Oh, okay.
Like you feel like so vulnerable as a 15-year-old girl surrounded by
Rotterdams.
No.
Oh, snap!
No, not that vulnerable. Then you will feel very safe because you know he takes care of you. No, but you know what I mean, man. It looks so easy, but it is so hard. So that's why I want to give props to how
I'm just trying to
game.
imagine a world with multiple Rotterdams. I don't think I could live in that world.
Hey, why hating?
Well, you've already said that if you could replace me with yourself, that you would.
Yes. I think another me would not be that bad. Alright guys, Complexity's GanZi is of course our Korean Terran spawning in the right bottom side of Belshire Beach Winter. And Axslav is our Korean not Korean, our American Protoss spawning in the left top side.
That's right. Once again, GanZi is gasless, so probably going to be the old 1-Rex CC. He is sending out that SCV scout, so it's probably just a scout, but he could be building. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
He's giving it a funky way.
He took a weird turn, didn't he?
Yeah, so I think we would actually see a proxy Rex. Just 2 Rex is already enough. If you pull SCVs, it's so hard to defend if you go Nexus first. But nah, GanZi's not going to do that, and he will see once more that Axslav is going for that Nexus first, man.
Feeling confident in the Nexus first?
Yeah.
Is Axslav.
And GanZi's not going to try to do anything about it. Perhaps he feels it's too late by now. No refinery, so like even a 2 Rex build with a reactor and one set of Marauders with a tech left can actually be really hard to defend.
I think Proxy Marauder is a really good build.
Yes and no. It can be good, but if it gets scouted early on and the Protoss doesn't go something like a super greedy expand, it can also be very bad for Terra and they lose a ton of money.
Yeah, but I mean, Axslav, what? GanZi?
He's gonna do this off 1 Rex? No, he actually leave a few. Wow, this is crazy. And now Axslav is swapping in a Forge. This is so weird because I feel that, okay, GanZi will probably be able to force a cancel on this Nexus, but well, yeah.
I'm just gonna watch because let's learn together. Yes, I have no idea how this is gonna turn out.
Let's do that, man. Here, the first Marine Axslav is gonna force a cancel on this first bunker, but is he gonna let this Nexus finish?
The Marine's name is John Rambo. He takes on all the robot harvesters.
GanZi shouldn't build too many bunkers over here, by the way, because there's nothing to really build bunkers for, so it's just a waste of money. Well, unless all these probes actually just gonna try to kill SCVs and Marines.
I really don't know what to make of this situation. Cannon does go down. GanZi needs to micro his Marines. GanZi, don't get surrounded by probes.
1 Marine solo XP, they're both low. 1 Marine.
Run, Billy! Oh. Sucks to be Billy.
So they both die. First, another Marine makes his way over, though.
Yeah, but...
yeah, we're gonna have a cannon soon. And 1 cannon is gonna have way more DPS than that one.
This is the most bizarre dance I've ever seen. It's just probes against SCVs.
I think GanZi should just abandon this plan right now. Save all SCVs. Don't lose these SCVs.
Oh, wow. The Marine just, like, instantly teleported into the second bunker.
Yeah, that was really quick. Now he's gonna abandon that one again. Man.
This reminds me of the Terran Warpin that I think QXC and Mara were joking about.
Over the entire map having bunkers. Yeah, that was really cool.
And GanZi is going to go ahead and abandon ship. And let's look at let's take a look at the numbers, Kev. How did that turn out? Well, at the end of days, it's 18 probes against 19 SCVs.
But it's 2 bays against 1, and a lot of those SCVs are not mining right now.
7 of them are just crossing the map, in fact. GanZi does have the money to drop an expansion, though, so it's not all bad.
It's
mostly bad.
It's not all bad, but it's pretty good for Axslav. Of course, Axslav, his tag is delayed quite a bit as well. You shouldn't forget that. Ax is going to try to get a scout off. And this is really bizarre, man, as you said, because I've really seen someone trying to do this from 1 Rex. We can take another look at that.
Let's go ahead and take another look at that. I'm kind of eager to see it. Of course, we can see in the live game there down in the corner that there is no real action happening. And here's the bizarre dance that we saw between GanZi and Axslav, and can you make any sense out of anything that you're seeing on the screen right now?
Yeah, I can make a lot of sense of Axslav's movement, because he knows that everything that's really important right now is make sure you don't get 3 or 4 Marines in a bunker, because that's actually really scary. That's serious DPS. Like 1 Marine eventually made it, but 1 Marine is just not that scary, man. So I think Ax did that great, and GanZi, I mean, he tried to keep his Marines alive. I guess Ax just did it a little bit better. And then again, it's also easier to control 12 probes than 2 single Marines. So I would say good play by either side. They tried, and in the end,
yeah,
Axslav
it
came
was
out
cute.
victorious.
Yeah, Axslav comes out on top, but I don't know that it's a huge difference. As I mean, even still, here we are a few minutes later. It's 31 probes to 26 SCVs. There's an orbital up, so that brings it much closer. It's a pretty even game, if you ask me. Small advantage to Axslav.
It is a pretty even game, and as we said, most importantly is that Axslav, his tech got delayed quite a bit. Just now he's starting his warp gate research. He does have one cannon over here, which is always nice, and he goes for 3 bases so quick once more. This is like watching White in PvZ, but then a more extreme version against Terran, because I would say the Terran is even scarier than Zerg, man.
Even scarier than Zerg. I never thought I'd hear you say the words.
Yeah, well, I don't say better.
Sometimes at night, I wake up to the sound of Kevin screaming from downstairs, and I walk down. I was like, Kev, what is it? He's like, I just had another nightmare about Zerg. The roaches.
I think you hear me scream a lot harder than when I actually play ladder and I lose to Zerg.
Yeah, that's actually also true. It's just, Kev, what's wrong? I broke my keyboard and my mouse.
No, I never break
and
stuff.
my table.
I never break stuff.
Because of them Zergs.
I get very angry, but I don't break stuff. But I think it's, you know, I love getting angry, Ben, because once upon a time, I played Warcraft 3 for such a long time, and on a certain moment, I just didn't get angry anymore. And it just felt like I don't care enough anymore. I don't care. It's in the same way as you can. Like now, I just play the game as a casual player. Well, I feel as long as I get angry, I have the drive to be better. So I see it as a good thing. A little bit of anger, as long as you don't overdo it.
Okay. The passion is still alive in Roti.
Yeah, man. I get upset when I lose. Don't we all?
I get pretty mad when I lose. I get pretty mad when I win.
I mean, of course, it doesn't go for everybody. It's like a personal thing, but I don't know. The moment I don't really get angry anymore or upset about losses or about the way I play, it feels like I just don't care enough. But fortunately, I don't have to worry about that, as you know, Ben.
I was recently pretty happy with a win I got on ladder, Kev. Told you about it today.
The guy who said you have a really annoying voice?
Oh yeah, I beat him too. But that's not what I was talking about.
Mr. Bitter is playing some ladder and he's like, hey, good luck, have fun. And the guy just replies, you have a really annoying voice.
I was like, oh, I mean that like sad face.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Okay.
And
Guys,
then
he's got a Banshee out.
yeah, and it's actually going to be a cloak Banshee. So, but Axslav does have a robotics facility. He has a lot of gates as well. He doesn't have an observer yet on the map, but fortunately, Ben, this game is played in a new patch, so that means we're going to have a pretty quick observer.
If Axslav ever starts it.
Maybe not.
Banshee flew right over a probe. Ax should have seen it. Now he starts that observer, and look at that build time.
Actually, it's still the same, Ben.
Yep, Banshee's starting to pick away at these probes. Sentry gonna zap away at the Banshee. Where's that detection? It's not ready yet. Banshee actually hasn't killed anything yet. One kill finally gets a single sentry, but the observer is out. And so how many kills will this Banshee get?
Well, he's killing a lot of very gas offensive units at least. He killed 3
Why is it
sentries.
Axslav running his sentries, man?
I don't know, I guess he'd rather lose the sentries than probes.
So 3 sentries for a Banshee. Second Banshee over here in the third base, going to get a couple of probe kills. This one's probably going to find a little bit more success than the last one had. This Zealot really wants to save the day, but I don't think he can jump.
And this is really quite bad for Axslav right now. Despite having so many probes, he could definitely afford to lose a few. I just feel that these Banshees are going to have a really good time for a long time, because he's basically going to have to wait until he has 3 observers on the map. Axe, why are you not making observers?
Oh, he does have cannons at pretty much all of his bases. So that's a small, what can we call that? Benefit, small advantage, small
help
thing. A small help. It's a small help. Well said, Kevin.
Helps a little bit.
GanZi is on the move with a pretty large force of Marine tank.
This is really scary for Axslav already. Axslav right now doesn't have an army to really fight another army.
Yeah, he's got 70 probes.
Yeah, I mean if he brings all 70 probes, I think he's going to do pretty well. But
this reminds me of Sheth versus Puzzle.
Oh man, look at these stalkers. They're kind of inactive.
A lot of Zealots are out, but there's no charge. Twilight Council's not even finished yet. This expand going to take a lot of damage. Probes might manage to evacuate. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, most of those probes do get away.
Counterattack with the probes. I don't know how well that would work.
Pretty well, I think. There's not a single bunker, so I think these probes are actually kind of scary right now.
Ooh, they're trying to find their way back home, but it's hard to do. GanZi's still making his way around sitting on a pretty nasty supply block, actually, is GanZi. 118 to 118. Here we go, big fight in the natural of Axslav.
Oh, that actually looks pretty good for Axslav.
Yeah, that's not a bad fight at all. The Banshee's doing good damage, but look at how fast those Marines die.
So many Zealots by Axe. I mean, he just keeps investing in all these gates, and then if you give him a little bit of time, he actually has enough of an army out to really fight the army of GanZi.
Oh, they make it.
Oh, if only charge was ready right now, this would have been curtains. But even now, it's going to be pretty tricky for GanZi. GanZi definitely want to siege up these tanks. Like 8.
Well, Oh, GanZi's just going to back all the way up. Axslav, slow and steady, not going to win this race. As GanZi will make it back home.
Banshee's there. Wow, that was a really, really nice hold by Axslav. He got some good forces off and some really big warp ins, and that one cannon helps out so much. It's so much DPS.
He did lose that entire advantage that he built up with the probes, though, Kev. What did these stalkers do?
This was very weird. Like,
Did he warp in stalkers?
He warped in 3 stalkers to save the pylon. He did pick off 1 Banshee, but he ended up losing all 3 stalkers.
And the pylon.
And the pylon, so no, that was not worth it.
Mission not accomplished.
I love how he has pylons all around the map, by the way. That's so nice.
Yeah, blocking expansions, allowing him to warp in all over the place. It's very nice.
So it's
something that every Protoss player should do, and not enough of them do it. But the big thing for me right now is that Axslav lost his lone advantage, which was the worker count. It was 70 workers to about 50, and basically every probe that was at that third eventually died because they were just out on the map.
He lost the Nexus as well, so he lost a lot, but he's still alive. And the moment Charge is going to be ready, like Charge is, well, this Marine count suddenly got really big, but Charge in general is really good against his Marine tank composition, because certainly with the O2 upgrades, what are the upgrades of GanZi? GanZi's only at 1-0, 1-1 is on the way, but still, Axslav is warping in that Temple Archives right now, and he has gas again, Ben. With Storms, X can definitely still turn his game around.
But he needs to get Storm this time instead of neglecting it and trying to go up to Colossus Tech.
I think this time he will definitely get Storm. I think this is the phase of the game that you really want Storm as well.
Banshee's still going to be active for GanZi up at the top half of the map. Better come take a look down at the natural of Axslav. Ooh, but they're dangerously close to Stalkers.
He's researching Storm straight away, and it's really what he needs. We do not have a Ghost Academy yet on the map, I believe, for GanZi. He's on double engineering bay right now, so he should be able to catch up with upgrades.
If Storm can finish, Axe is going to be just fine against this army of GanZi. It's just like a pure Marine army.
That's true. I mean, Storm is going to be really big, but he's down 40 army supply. We know Storm is awesome, but is it that awesome? Well, maybe it is. I think it might be. Because X should be able to get one more big warp in as well.
Yeah, but I think he's going to lose this third again, and he's going to lose the workers at the third, and that's not a loss that he can afford at this point. Because GanZi, he's got a third as well. It hasn't floated over yet, but that third orbital is complete. Once more, the probes evacuate off to...
he's going to siege up. You have to be careful with this High Templars. A lot of Zealots just charming.
And at the same time, the Banshee's in the main, Kev, doing really heavy amounts of damage.
Wow, GanZi's playing this so extremely well right now.
Oh, these Banshees up to more than 20 kills between them. Storm still not ready. Now it's done, so Axslav can fight, but he's gonna have to find a good one. GanZi is well spread on his units. Look at this Terran contained.
This is Terran Hard, man. I will take a picture of this. Paint it.
GanZi painting a Picasso right now. Axslav going to try to crash through. Drops a great Storm on top of a lot of Marines, but look how many more are behind it. Big stem going down. Tanks melt away, but you know what? It doesn't matter. There are so many Marines still on the field.
Absolutely fantastic army positioning right there by GanZi. That's just so well done. Yeah, it's not going to get much better than that now.
Yeah, like you said, it was artful, Terran art. Marines will stem one last time, cleaning up the last of Axslav's army, and GanZi's going to take the series 2-0 with some nice positioning and some good play.
That was really, really good. I mean, the way that he positioned all those Marines and those tanks as well, not just the Marines, it was the tanks too, that final fight. If it could have possibly gone wrong because of really great storms, GanZi made sure that it wouldn't have gone wrong.
Spread everything out, would not allow it to happen. Now, I gotta say, I do like Axslav's play. He puts himself in great positions, but I can't help but feel like his tech is just like 2 minutes too slow. And I'm really wondering if it'd be possible at all for him to have that same macro foundation and still get that important tech out.
Well, I think yes and no, but you shouldn't forget that he gets a lot of things on the same moment as well. And also this game, that actually made no sense. I had production crew talking in my ear. Sorry, guys. I'm really bad at multitasking. What I want to say, Ben, is you shouldn't
Starcraft player.
Yeah, I'm good at some things, Ben, but not at others. You shouldn't forget that these were very unusual games. Because I mean, the start. What the hell was this start? Dude, almost forgot about it. So then all the timings are already very different than in a game how we perhaps normally practices it.
Yeah?
Does that make sense?
No, it does. I was just waiting for you to keep going.
No, that's all I want to say.
Yeah.
Well, apparently it doesn't make sense for Mr. Bitter.
No, it makes sense, but I mean,
the game was really weird, and that throws everything off.
It does.
So, agree with me?
I agree with you, Kev.
Okay. I can live with that.
That game brought to you guys by Kingston HyperX. SSD, RAM, and a really cool website at kingston.com. Go check it out right now.